everyone, my name is Jennifer from Vintage Vanity, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create this hairstyle. This style was inspired by these true vintage frames from Retrospect, and let me tell you, I love this company. They actually go and take true vintage frames and they put your prescription in it, and let me tell you, do I have a prescription? We're talking astigmatism, we're talking progressive lenses, and not only are the frames beautiful and well cared for, but my prescription is spot on. What I love about getting to wear true vintage frames is not only are you bang on getting the look that you're going for from that era, but also you're getting to wear history on your face. You're literally looking through the same lenses as somebody from the past, and that is just so cool, right? Of course, I had to make up a backstory about who I thought the woman was that may have worn these glasses in the past. And in my mind, I think that she was a very, very smart woman, maybe working in a very male-dominated field. And at the same time, she had this like really classic stylish look, because these glasses are very kind of subtle in their style, but they've got this great flair with the frames on the top here that are just very like Dior and put together is how I feel. So I feel like she was like really, put together for the office, but then, doing a little Ginger Rogers dancing at night. So when I did the hairstyle for this, I wanted to do something that was a little refined, but also had kind of a little of that Ginger Rogers style. So I wanted to go with that volume. So this is the look that I created. I hope you guys love it, and let me show you how I did it. Because my hair is not the biggest fan of holding on to curl all day long, I oftentimes will choose to do an overnight wet set, because the curls will typically hold for a couple days, but you can go ahead and use any curl method you would like for this style. For my roller type, I've gone with the traditional foam roller, and as you can tell, these babies have been well loved, and I do find them fairly easy to sleep in. I know some people have a complaint with these that the bars on the rollers will leave an indent in the hair, and to prevent that, especially right around the bang area, is I actually will roll the bar back and hold it with a pin so that it's not sitting right at the forehead area indenting the hair. To prep my hair for an overnight wet set, all I do is make sure that my hair is almost dry. You just want the slightest amount of dampness in the hair, because if it's too wet, it's not going to dry overnight. The only product I put in my hair for my wet set is a setting lotion, and currently I am using Suavecita. To help prevent any frizziness from your curl, you'll want to make sure that you're not pulling your rollers out, but rather unwinding them as you go. Now that we have freed the curl, that feels so good, doesn't it? I am going to brush this out. To do that, I use my 7-row Denman brush, which is a classic, and I like it because the plastic teeth of the brush really get through the hair and can really, really give it a nice brush out. Another thing that I love about a wet set is that you could brush and brush and brush and brush and brush and brush, and you're never going to fully like brush out the curl. Next, we're going to go with what I like to call the extreme part. It means we're not stopping at the corner of the forehead. Oh no, we're going to actually come down right past that. And I just take the end of like a rat tail comb, or this is a teasing brush, which I'm going to tell you about how much I love teasing brushes in a little bit. And we're just going to part the hair and bring that all the way over. And that is going to be where our part is sitting, right? And this is a great tip for those like me that have thinner hair in the front. It gives you much more volume and much more hair to work with. So now what I'm going to do is do one of my favorite things, and that is to tease the hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a small section of hair, and you're going to want to hold it in the opposite direction that you want the hair to end up. That will give the most volume to it. And then I'm going to start with my teasing brush. I like it. It's just got a lot of like really dense, flexible bristles. And I'm going to start up towards the end and go down. And the key to teasing your hair or back combing or whatever you want to call it without a lot of damage is to make sure you're not doing the seesaw effect on your hair, which can be tempting, especially when you're in a hurry, and that is to kind of go back and forth on your hair because that is going to cause more breakage. So you're just going to go in one direction on the hair. Also, if you find that your hair really isn't getting this amount of glorious poofage when you're back combing, you can use a texturizing spray to put in your hair, and that will basically allow the hair to kind of grip onto itself more. And then you just want to take a moment to just revel in the ridiculousness that is your hair right now. You're also going to want to take a little bit of your hairspray and just lightly spray it over the top. And the key is to kind of give it a moment to dry because you don't want to brush through it right when you put hairspray on because it will be too wet. Then we're going to take one of my favorite styling tools, which is the Teasing Brush again. But essentially what you're looking for is you're just looking for a brush that has a lot of really dense bristles because we're going to be smoothing this chaos. And if you use the Denman, it's going to want to brush through it. And for this, we just want to smooth over the top. And we're going to be brushing in the direction that we want the hair to eventually lay. And then right when you have that moment of, oh my gosh, this is not going well, you know you're almost there. So just keep brushing. So basically I'm now trying to move the hair to where I want it to lay. And instead of this being like an open to the side look, I want it to come over onto the forehead. So I'm just starting to brush the hair in that direction. And I am looking to get a little bit of a wave. So I'm going to use the back end of my brush to kind of find that wave and like indent it a little bit, if that makes sense. Okay, once I like kind of how it's sitting, I want to lock that in place. And to do that, we are going to use pin curl clips. You can use the long ones as well. And I'm just going to place them right into the hair. Okay, now that we've got that in place, what we're going to do is we're going to bring up the rest of the hair. So now I'm just going to give this a really light and quick back comb, but I'm just focusing on the base because I just want to have some volume coming off the scalp. I'm not even being super precise about the back combing because I just want it to give that little bit of volume. Because as you can see as I brush it up, see how we've got that nice bit of volume? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the ends and just brush right through the ends because I want those to be nice and smooth. So now we're going to bring that over the top of the hair. And I'm going to bring that right behind the style that I've got right now. So right behind where our bangs are. Then I'm just going to take my bobby pin and place it right at the base there. And to make sure it doesn't move, I am going to crisscross those bobby pins. So now I'm going to work on the bottom section here. And again, I'm just going to hold the curls as I brush. For this side, we want to match the volume of this side with this side, right? So I'm just going to brush through the curls really quick. And then I'm just running my fingers through and breaking the curls up even farther. Now, I don't know why this is one of my favorite parts, but now we're going to simply take out the pins. And once everything is how I like it, hairspray, and lots of it. And that is the final look. I hope you all really enjoyed this hair tutorial, and if you are looking to add some fabulous glasses to your life, make sure to head on over to Retrospect. If you'd like to hang out with me more, you can find me on YouTube and social media as a Vintage Vanity. Have a great day, and keep on reading the Vintage Woman's Magazine.